Hi guys, it's me. I wanted to talk about some cards that I pulled this morning, and if you recently went through a divorce, a separation, maybe you need to listen up to this, right? Just pay attention in case that this is you, or maybe you're going through this, or perhaps even you know that this is coming pretty soon. Just pay attention. Okay, because I pulled some cards last week. I couldn't make the video because I was a little bit busy, but it's kind of like it's like a sequence to that. The cards that I pulled this morning talk about someone, like I said, that is going through a divorce or a separation, and last week this person was having a really bad time. The male in this relationship was having a really bad time letting go. He was going through a lot of depression, disappointment. He was feeling like he was betrayed, a lot of pain, heartbreak, like I said, a lot of depression. The female, on the other hand, I saw that she wasn't taking it that bad because, I don't know, for some reason she felt like the relationship became a burden. Not trying to blame anybody here, but she felt, yeah, like she was carrying a lot in this relationship. So another thing is like the love, it became like, less and less every time. It happens. I went through this myself, through a divorce, and it was really bad. One thing I wanted to tell you about this, like, don't feel bad, things happen. Another thing that I noticed is that it's this relationship seems to me like it was a karmic one. You either had to learn something from this relationship, or the other person, or you're supposed to teach the other person something. These karmic relationships are here because when we go through that, they're here to make us stronger. And even though like it feels like crap, because like I said, I went through this myself, and it was hard. The person that I saw going through this last week, like I said, it was going through a lot. And I understand on a personal level. I understand, like I said, I went through that myself. And as much as I tried to convince myself that I was fine, that I was strong or whatever, my body didn't take it that way. And the reason why I want to talk about this also is because don't blame yourself. Like I said, sometimes these things happen for a reason. You had no when destiny when destiny brings these karmic things for us, that we have no say in, but to live through that and to learn whatever we need to learn and then move on. That's the main thing that I want you to understand, that it wasn't your fault, right? And it wasn't the other person's fault. This had to happen. I don't know, maybe you needed to have a kid with this person. Maybe you needed to learn to, most of the time when it's a karmic relationship, a lot of times we need to learn to let go of something that is no longer working. Let go of a person that we don't understand each other anymore. And sometimes the other person loses herself in this relationship, or himself, and the lesson that that person has to learn is to find herself or himself again. And that's the beauty of all of this. Is it good? No. It's horrible. I went through that. Like I said, sometimes when I went through this, this is personal. Sometimes I will wake up in a hospital not knowing what happened to me. I was fainting. My body went through so much stress that even though, like I said, mentally I was telling myself that I was fine, my body was saying, no, we're not fine. And the way that it reacted is that I was fainting all the time. Sometimes, like I said, I will, wake up in a hospital bed, not knowing what happened. Sometimes I would just drop, and that was it. It was my body going through a lot of stress, because yes, it's horrible to go through a separation, even if you're not married, even if you're living with somebody. The fact that the relationship didn't work, you feel like a failure. You're feeling like, you're letting people down, your kids, a lot of times. And look, when this is happening, when it's a karmic relationship, I want you to know that you're in the devil energy. And the devil energy, what I want you to know is that you have a choice. You have a choice in this matter, right? We put ourselves in this situation. I put myself in this situation when I was going through my divorce, because I grew up thinking since I was little that I was gonna get married only once, right? I didn't want to go through a divorce. And this is what kept me in a relationship that it wasn't working anymore. And I kept putting these chains to myself, thinking like, no, I need to be here because I don't want my daughter to go through this, or it was me. I had the choice to say like, listen, it's not working, I have to move on, or we have to move on. Whoever went through this person felt betrayed. And like I said, was going through a depression, was going through, the feeling of I'm letting people down. But it looks like it's coming out of this. What I want you to know is that if you're going through this, it probably won't resonate with a lot of people. But if this is you and you're like, I don't know what happened, or why this happened, you probably were like me, right? Like, I don't want this to end, because I saw that the person over here didn't want this to end. It didn't. For some people, I also saw that they tried to make it work again a second time, but it didn't work, because like I said, they realized that the love wasn't there anymore. And maybe this is the reason why they could be in this devil energy, because they were trying to convince themselves like, we can make it work, but it didn't supposed to work. That's what the karmic relationships are. They don't supposed to work. They're supposed to come into your life. You're supposed to learn and then move on. It doesn't supposed to be forever and ever, but we convince ourselves sometimes that it can be, we can make it work, but when the love is not there anymore, it's not gonna work. And it doesn't supposed to work. That's the thing. It doesn't supposed to work. So I see that this person is finally understanding that, and this person is finally letting go of the dream that he once had. Because I see that the person going through this is the male, right? It's learning to let it go, to let go of the whole like, I'm gonna have my family forever and ever, and I'm gonna be with this person, and we're gonna be here and love each other and blah blah blah. It's letting go of the idea, right? It didn't happen. We tried, it didn't work. So now I have to understand that this person, I asked the energy of this person, and I got the 6 of Wands. This person is probably right now getting hit by a lot of girls, like saying like, hey, look, now you're single, now we can go out, we can date or whatever. This is giving this person the drive to say like, hey, it's not so bad, I was refusing to let this relationship go, but well, with every ending there's a new beginning, right? And this is what probably is giving this person, is getting attention, is feeling like, what, F it, if it didn't work out for a reason, what, must as well make the best of it. This person is feeling like it's going somewhere finally. Why? Because for a minute he lost himself, right? He was like so depressed that he started losing hope. He was like, oh my God, my whole life is shit. But now, like I said, maybe because he's getting attention, now it's starting to get his power back. Another thing that I saw is the King of Wands in reverse. He's still not fully in his power because there's still the illusion, right? There's still the fear, going through the fear of not seeing things clearly. And that could keep us holding back. But I noticed like it little by little, this person is making improvements. Because like I said, there was an ending to this. And because there was an ending to this, obviously he is closing a cycle, right? I say he because I saw like the male is the one that is having the worst time in this relationship. Now, starting to take his power back, starting to take control of his life again, starting to believe in himself. Like I said, maybe because he's getting attention now, this is giving him a little bit of hope. What else? Yeah, this was a karmic connection because this was a strong connection that this person had with, his partner. It was a strong connection, but it's no longer there. Another reason is because that he was having such a hard time moving on is because this person has spent a lot of time in this. This person invested a lot of time of this. And it's probably the reason why probably there is even money involved in this. And he was like, if we get a divorce, it's going to be a mess. We're going to have to pay, or she has to pay, or whatever. There was an investment in this relationship. I put all my love and effort to have my family together. And now I realize that it's no more. Right? We're not understanding each other, and there's no more. There's no investment here. I'm wasting my time. So, yeah, I think, like I said, the universe, right? I saw the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, a lot of times, with the other cards that I saw, a lot of times it's something that it needed to happen. You had no control of this. Even if you said, no, universe, I don't want to go through this. No, it's coming because it's supposed to teach you a lesson. Right? You're no longer happy here. Whatever you have in stability before, a happy family, it's no longer that. And you are seeing this. And pretty soon you're going to start, enjoying yourself again. Like I said, in the beginning, you're starting to find yourself again. And you're going to start opening up to the fact like, what, maybe if I go out with my friends and I know that the last thing that we want to do going through heartbreak, it's, go and have fun with people. But it looks like you're going to start to doing that because, like I said, for a minute you lost hope. For a minute, you felt like you didn't have the will. And I think you're going to turn this around. Finally, get the strength and, go out with your friends, have fun. Another thing, the world was in reverse. That's another telling of a karmic relationship. There were things that cycles that didn't close, if not in this life and another life, and it needed to be completed. So over here you completed it. There was an ending to this. And it's you're gonna start having passion again, going through, starting something. And this is going to bring you into this. You're probably going to be working hard and throwing yourself at work. It happens. You're probably going to start throwing yourself at work and, move on. Because why? You don't want to have this burden in your back anymore. You're done with that. So, okay, 50 minutes. I'm going to stop it right here. Just know if you're going through this, there was nothing you could have done. This had to happen in your life. So don't feel bad, don't feel miserable. Learn from this and move on. Be happy. Okay, that's all that I wanted to say. Okay, bye.